Hey everyone, I just did some 1v1s with my friend Tyler, who's playing Harlequins on this side, and I this match here was really good, and we played a couple rounds, and I was able to get some really good 1v1 footage, and I decided to make it a how-to guide out of the gameplay. So today I'm going to break down all my decisions and try to break down the gameplay for you. And I'm hoping by doing this I can help out new players and those struggling with Tyranids. For Harlequins, I don't know much about them, but Tyler is a pretty good player. And if you watch his gameplay, you can get some ideas on how Harlequin works. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the intro. I thought about explaining what Tyranids were to new players, but I think I'll leave that to the lore YouTubers out there. Right before I started recording, I actually seen a new player ask questions on the chat. So we are getting new players. So this video is mostly for them. And I guess I'll go ahead and start the replay. I think that's going to do it for the intro. There is one more thing I want to say. Is because Tyranids is a lot different from the other factions, and because they're so different, I wouldn't recommend them as a starting faction. I think one of the best starting factions is probably either Sisters or Tau. I think those are pretty good starting factions. For Tyranids, I would get some experience before playing them. They're just a lot different from everybody else. So I would get the hang of the core mechanics before you start playing them. And now that that's out of the way, I can go ahead and break down the gameplay. I have two matches that I recorded, and I'll show you guys. So this is going to be part 1, and after this fight, I'll show you part 2. So it's going to be a 2-game how to play. This one here was pretty quick, and I can this one here was pretty quick, and it'll be a lot easier to explain. And the second replay I have was a lot more complicated, and it was a lot more drawn out. So this one here, pretty easy to explain, pretty basic. The second one was a lot more complicated. So this is like a beginner's version, and then the next fight will be like a more advanced version of the guide. But anyways, let's go ahead and start it. I'll go ahead and break down everything. And the first thing I'll say about Tyranids is every unit is pretty good, and the upgrades are also pretty good. I usually try to buy, when I play Tyranids, I usually try to buy everything. With Death Guard, I usually ignore a couple units because they're not that good. But with Tyranids, I think you can get away with buying everything, and you'll be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and start the replay and explain everything. So here I go for Brood Spire. The Brood Spire is mostly for harassing. If you go for Brood Spire, it's mostly for annoying your opponent, and this is a very aggressive building. So I would make this building here if you're going on the offense. If you want to go on the offense early. I go for Gene Stealers and Broodlord. That's the only unit you can buy from the HQ. So that's what I'm going for. And you'll see some early aggression. And I decided to go with early aggression because it's a pretty small map. And because it's a small map, I can travel from this side of the map. I can travel from this side of the map to Tyler's area. I can travel. I keep burping. I always burp when I make these videos. Sorry about that. But yeah, I can go from my side of the map to Tyler's side of the map pretty quickly. So I think that's what. Yeah. That's why I'm going for early aggression. Sorry about that. Oh, whoops. I should probably restart the video. This is like my 4th try. So, and it's late at night. I had trouble sleeping, so I decided to make this video instead. Yeah, this is like my 4th try on making this. I kept messing up the intro, so this is try number 4. Anyways, back to the gameplay. Lictor is really only good for attacking and detecting, and his upgrades are actually really nice. So, oh yeah, and I forgot to explain. Before I start the gameplay, I'm gonna say one thing real quick. Tyranids are definitely bad guys. Tyranids are definitely bad guys, so I'm playing as the bad guys. And Harlequins are good guys, but kinda. They're good guys, but kinda. So it's bad guys against good guys. Now I make the Broodlord. Now the Broodlord is a really weird commander. He's a lot different from the other commanders in the game. And he's a lot different because he actually loses... the Broodlord loses to most commanders in the game. So he's not very good in a 1v1 fight. But he's a very strong support unit. So, with Broodlord, what you want to do is you never want to set him out by himself. You always want to have a teammate. And that's what I'm doing here. I went to go attack with this guy, this Lictor, but instead I decided to team up with him because I knew my commander would lose. So anytime you fight with the Broodlord, you always want a teammate like this. Because the Broodlord does lose most of his fights. Tyranids do have a lot of bad matchups, so if you're having trouble with Tyranids, that might be why. And trying to do some aggression over here. So I'm fighting here and doing some aggression here. And I do think Tyranid's playstyle is confusing people. I think that's the best way to play Tyranids. So I'm trying to confuse my opponent, Tyler, by attacking in 2 areas. So I'm trying to attack in 2 areas to try to mess him up. And 2 minutes into the game, 2 minutes into the game, and already big commander fight, and it ends in a tie. The commander fight ends in a tie. We both died at the same time. No sync kill. Oh yeah, here I do a spore mine. Spore mines do a lot less damage than I thought. I thought it would take out this unit, but it didn't. And you can buy spore mines. You can buy spore mines from your listening posts. But spore mines are pretty pricey. They cost almost the same as a Lictor. So you won't see a lot of spore mines from me because they're just expensive. And as you can see, it didn't do that much damage to a starting unit. So you won't see a lot of spore mines from me. Here I tried to decap. which is really good in 1v1s. And here he has an LP2, I should explain that. Upgraded listening post. This upgraded listening post now does damage, and now that it does damage, I can't win this fight. So I have to avoid this area now. Now that this is upgraded, I noticed that after I made these guys, these Raveners, so that wasn't my bad there. I didn't notice this listening post until after I made these guys. Here I try to do some damage. I can't really fight in this area, but if I can take out this squad, it should slow down his map control. He's gonna have a hard time doing map control with less units. And here I'm doing like 0 damage, so I have to bail out of this area. And you should never fight when these red rings are on your units. If you see these red rings, you should stop fighting and get out of there. And I actually managed to capture this listening post. And one tip I have for Tyranid players is you should pretty much never upgrade your listening posts. Upgrading your listening posts is just not worth it. Your sport chimney. Upgrading your sport chimney is pretty much never worth it. I took out this squad. He meant to capture this, and I got that from him. That was a mistake from him. Here I'm checking the right side of the map, and I think he's seen this. Let me go check. Yeah, he's definitely seen this. I captured his side of the map. So now he has players with a commander attachment, and these players do high damage to everything. It's a really strong unit, and they managed to take out my sport chimney before I upgrade it. I was gonna upgrade it to unlock an attack, and I was gonna use that attack on these players. I spent some influence. I accidentally buy the wrong building. I wanted this building, but it's fine. Anyways, I spent some influence on getting this building here. And you get influence by having sport chimneys. So the more sport chimneys you have, the more influence you get. Yeah, these red rings, you should pretty much never fight with them on. And here I knew I was going to lose this fight, but I just had to slow down this unit. If I can slow down the squad, that should help out. And here I send these guys in. With these upgraded like turrets, there's not much I can do with this squad. This squad here is kind of useless. So really, I'm just getting rid of my useless units. Here I make some long-range units with guns. I'm hoping to be able to shoot down this squad here. And you can see how much time this squad is buying me. And this is not a cheap squad by any means. Raveners are pretty expensive, and the lictors are kind of expensive. So this was a pretty expensive fight. But you can see how much time it bought me. And here I can attack this left side, which ends up being a fail for me. I thought I could. I thought I had enough damage to take this out, but I can only get at the yellow. So that wasn't my bad for me. I thought I could take this out, but I got the yellow instead. And the thing about Tyranids is a lot of your units are 10 points. A lot of your units are about 10 points each. So losing a unit is not a big deal. You see here I lost 2 Gene Stealers, and Gene Stealers are 40 points. If I lose these 2 squads of Termagants, that's like, I don't know, 80 points down the drain. As you can see here, this red ring appeared as soon as they got attacked. So these 2 squads here are pretty much useless now. Oh, I am level 2. Once you have enough spore chimneys, your influence bar gets high pretty quick. And I use my influence bar to go level 2. This is what the level 2 looks like. And I did buy a monster. You can use these new buildings, these level 2 buildings, to make monsters. And I decided to go for the long range Carnifex. Oh, are they demons in this one? Oh. I know in some mods they're demon. I know in some mods they're considered monsters. Or is it? Oh, support units. Okay, so in this mod it's support units, but in other mods these are considered monsters. But anyways, I went for a long range Carnifex. And here, the only real way I can survive this fight is by kiting my enemy. So you'll see some kiting from me. And kiting is really just running away and buying time. I have 3 squads and he has 1. So if I just run away a lot, he won't be able to catch up to me. As you can see, they are one-shotting everything, which means I do have to buy upgrades if I want to stand a chance. I'm not sure how expensive these Harlequins are, but I'm probably losing more money than he is. So as you can see, I have a long range. I got the commander again. So I do have a long range level 2 unit. And the commander, I mostly bought the commander. The commander has the ability to get rid of the red rings around the infantry. So I bought the commander to make my army better. But I noticed my commander would probably lose this fight. So I'm doing some kiting here. Basically I'm forcing him to micro. If his micro is bad, I could kite him all day long. So this forces him to pay attention to this fight. And because he's paying attention over here, it messes up his... it's hard for him to buy stuff. Like, it's hard for him to buy buildings and upgrades because I'm messing with him so much. And it looks like he's level 2 also. So he's got some stuff going on over here. And I go for Zoanthropes, which is another long range level 2 unit. So here I'm just trying to buy some time. As you can see, these players are pretty hard to deal with, and I'm really struggling with them. But I have lots of influence, and I can use influence on global abilities. Tyranids have a lot of global abilities that cost influence, so I can start using those. Here I'm buying melee units to tie up the squad. My melee units would lose, but if I buy enough squads, I can take this out. Even if my units get one-shotted, if I buy enough squads, I should be able to win that fight eventually. And here I go back to harassing. I'm trying to harass this corner here. So my army is over here. This is my army. And I'm buying these cheap throwaway close range units to mess with him, basically. I'm using these guys as a shield. I'm using these guys as a shield so I can win fights. And now he has a Venom, which looks really cool. I really like the design of this. That looks really cool. And I think he has infiltrated. Yeah, he upgraded his starting unit. So if I'm gonna survive this, I'm gonna have to start making. I'm gonna have to start upgrading my starting units. And as for upgrades, I would just upgrade whatever you have the most of. Right now, the most I have is gaunts, so I would focus most of your upgrades on gaunts. And here he uses some sort of grenade that does makes it so I can't do damage or something. I'm not sure exactly how the grenade works. But here I'm sending in my army, and here I'm trying to react to this side. So I'm trying to fend off both sides. And he does have infiltrated units around the map. I can't see him, but he does have infiltrated units around the map. And here I try to take out this warp generator. Because taking this out is it's a pretty expensive building, and if I take it out, that will help me out a lot. And here it looks like I lose the left side of this map, but I do gain this right side of the map. So we're trading sides basically. And here I run away with my Raveners. So basically I'm just going back and forth the map and just keep trading sides. Here I make some anti-vehicle level 2 units. These and I'm losing my Broodlord. So I lost my Broodlord there. But I gained the right side of the map. So, and a lot of those units I made were throwaway units. So even though I lost like 2 fights in a row, I already recovered. As you can see on the top left, I pretty much recovered already. If I check on him, it looks like he's floating. We have about the same economy, so it should be even on economy. And this is the level 3. This is the level 3 HQ. Now that I'm level 3, I can buy more upgrades and more monsters. I'm just going to keep calling them monsters because that's how it is in most mods. And here I didn't explain reclamation pools. So reclamation pools are your way of getting more income. So if you want more income in a bigger army, you're going to have to buy these pools. And these pools cost 10%. So if you have 10%, you should be able to make one of these pools and get more money. You do have to make a lot of them. So I have these pools everywhere, and I'm trying to get more and more money. Here I go for infiltration upgrade, which I think is a level 3 upgrade. It's restricted to level 3. And as you can see here, I'm losing a lot of my fights, but I was able to, I have enough map control to go level 3. So here's my anti-vehicle long-range attack, and it's doing pretty good damage. Here I have some gargoyles. Gargoyles can go across the map pretty quick, and I notice a lot of his units are close range. They specialize in close range, you know. So I made some aerial units that counter. These aerial units don't do a lot of damage, but these aerial units don't do a lot of damage. But I can run away from these. I should be able to run away from these close range units here. And he is taking the left side of the map, so I have to be really careful here. And he has this Wraith Walker. This Wraith Walker shut down my air units. But I was able to stop him from finishing this building here. I stopped him from building this pylon. And here I'm going to send in my infiltrated Gene Stealers. And he does have infiltrated units too. So now we're about even. So between the anti-vehicle long range, these anti-vehicle biovores, between the anti-vehicle biovores and the Gene Stealers, these Gene Stealers have the claw upgrade. As you can see there, they have the you can see it physically. They have the claw upgrade. And I think when they get the armor upgrade, they changed again. So when you get those upgrades, they actually do change. Your Gene Stealers change, which is nice. And it looks like he noticed my infiltrated units, which should make these fights a lot more fair. Now that we're both infiltrated. I was actually able to win that fight after getting about 2 upgrades. Gene Stealers have like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 upgrades. So there's still a lot more upgrades for me to get. I do get the magma vent. I got the magma vent here. And the magma vent gives me, I think it's plus 50 income, which is a lot. Each of these buildings give me like 10 income, and this magma vent gives me 50. So getting the magma vent is a big deal. So here I'm trying to destroy this expensive building and really try to put a dent in his just try and put a dent in his plans. And here, as you can see, I regained map control, even though I lost like every fight. And here I'm building on the right side, trying to reinforce this right side area. And here I go for my level 4 building. This building produces this fog or poison that lowers damage of nearby units. So I put this building here. I put this building here to lower nearby units' damage. The damage reduction isn't that noticeable, so it's not a great building. Another reason I put this building so close to him is because it takes a lot of damage to take it out, which also slows him down. So basically everything I did in this 1v1 was slowing him down. And I was able to slow him down enough to regain map control. These upgraded Gene Stealers have armor piercing, so they actually do okay damage to vehicles. And here I think Tyler is looking for his detector, because he wasn't sure what his detector was. And here I just sent a Carnifex in the middle of the map. This is my level 3 unit. It's a close range unit. Oh, now that I'm level 4, I unlocked Old One Eye. So I can get Old One Eye if I want. I do have the main commander now, the Hive Tyrant. This is like the actual commander of the Tyranids. The main reason we want the Hive Tyrant is mostly for the Venom Cannon. The Venom Cannon is really nice. And the Hive Tyrant is really tanky, which is useful. I don't really buy the Hive Tyrant for the abilities. It's mostly for the Venom Cannon and being tanky. So Tyler here was able to detect my units and kill the squad here. And here I'm doing a 2-prong attack. I attacked on this side. I'm trying to attack from this side too. So me trying to do like a fancy thing. And here's one of those. If this attack worked, here's the thing. If this attack worked, I would have won the game. And if this attack failed, it would have slowed him down, right? It would slow him down by a lot. So this was like a win-win. This was a win-win situation for me. As you can see, it's taken him quite a while to take this army out. And this army here, these squads here are not cheap. This is a pretty expensive unit. But you can see how much time it's buying me, which is really nice. Now 1v1s is really important to win your fights, but I'm slowing him down so much that I'm actually regaining that money back. And here he's trying to assassinate my units, which is what I was trying to do too. And he actually managed to assassinate a good chunk of my units, and he was able to. He took out this side here. He took out this building, and my those buildings that make money. He took those out too. So he was able to assassinate a lot of my units and assassinate my buildings. So this wasn't a easy 1v1. As you can tell, I lost most of my fights. But now that I'm level 4, I can make the level 4 building, which I should have up, I think. Yeah, I got my level 4 building up. I'm going for my level 4 unit. I lost most of my fights, so really my only choice right now is to go level 4. And I'm losing my anti-vehicle, so if Tyler decided to go vehicles on me, I might have actually lost. And I did forget to decap this, which is my bad. And I don't have a commander here. If I had a commander here, these red circles would not be here. These red circles mean their morale broken. If Tyler went full vehicles on me, he might have won this fight. I don't have any vehicle, anti-vehicle right now. As you can see, I'm using these spine gaunts as like a throwaway unit. He is killing all my units, so I am slowly but surely losing this fight. And here I attack his base, which is a cheeky thing to do. So I'm attacking his base while he's sending his whole army against me. And let's see. Yeah, he did spend all his money, so he's not floating anymore. And here I build another HQ. This was to block his movement, which is something you see a lot in tournaments. So here I am just trying to block his movement here. And I do need another HQ to get more buildings. And here's the Venom Cannon in action. So the Venom Cannon is pretty nice. It's an anti-vehicle weapon. So this is two close-range factions going at it. I'm not sure if he could have made death gestures and that would have been better. I actually don't know. Here he has a super heavy vehicle. I'm not sure if this is. I'm not sure if this vehicle is level 3 or 4, but it says it's a super heavy weapon vehicle. So I guess it's level 4. So right now there's a level 4 fight going on. And right now I'm just ignoring his unit. I'm trying to take out these buildings. If I take these buildings out, I win the game. And here he has Shadow Dancers. Another thing I'm doing while this fight is going on, and I'm not controlling my Trigun. I'm not controlling it at all. I'm not worried about it. As you can see, I spent 600 on this, and I have enough money to buy 2 of them. So I'm not worried about my Trigon. If this dies, it's whatever. Basically what happened is I lost every fight, but I had so much money that it didn't matter. That's basically what happened in this 1v1. And here I notice he's trying to take out my money buildings, and I'm blocking his path again using my HQ. Whoops. Now once you get enough influence, your buildings basically become free. So I'm using my free buildings to block his movements. Now if he does destroy these buildings, he could get out of this corner. Really all he has to do is destroy these buildings and he can get out of this corner no problem. And here this is basically where I win. I got 2 level 4 units out. This one here is 600 points, and this one here is 1,000 points. So I got 2 level 4 units going on. And Tyler was sad. His vehicle went down, and to make up for it, I deleted mine. So I went ahead and deleted my units to make up for. I didn't want my opponent to like rage quit on me. I don't want to disrespect my. I don't want to disrespect my opponent in a 1v1. So when you're doing a 1v1, you really don't want to disrespect people. So I deleted my units. And as you can see, their damage. These Spine Gaunts actually do pretty good damage. But once these red circles pop up, they do no damage. So that's why you really need a commander. The commander makes those red circles go disappear. And that's the end of this replay. I have one more for you. The next one is a lot longer and it's a lot more advanced. But that's how I won this 1v1. And I did buy a lot of upgrades. I didn't mention which upgrades I bought. And basically I bought all of them. When I had enough money to buy them, I bought them. So the main one, I think the most important Tyranid upgrade. I think the most important Tyranid upgrade is the Broodlord upgrade. I think you should always get the Broodlord upgrade first, and after that, I don't think it really matters. Once you get this Gene Stealer upgrade, it actually shows up on the unit. The unit changes once you get this upgrade. They change, visually, which is nice. And yeah, that's the end of this one. What's cool about Tyranids is if they do get map control, they usually fill the map up with stuff. So here I am filling the map up with stuff, which I always think is fun. But yeah, I build these to block that unit's path, which you see in a lot of, if you watch tournaments, you'll see that a lot. You'll see a lot of movement blocking. And another thing you might have seen is Gene Stealers lost to basic units, but once they were fully upgraded, they could take out vehicles. So Gene Stealers go from worst basic unit ever, worst starting unit ever, to being able to take out vehicles. So Gene Stealers are pretty good. This was an interesting 1v1 because it was mostly about outlasting your opponent and not actually winning fights. I'll go ahead and start the second one and explain that one. This one was a lot longer and it was a lot more complicated. Oh, that's is that Emperor's Children? Yeah, I think that's Emperor's Children. So we'll go ahead and start this one up. And I'm just gonna capture these points. And instead of going for an aggressive playstyle, I'm actually gonna go for the opposite. I'm gonna go for a defensive playstyle. Yeah. Sorry. Instead of going for an offensive playstyle, I'm actually going to do the opposite and go for a defensive playstyle. And instead of watching me do the same build order again, I'm going to show you some Harlequin gameplay. So this is some Harlequin gameplay if you're interested in Harlequins. His starting unit is mimes, and if you upgrade these mimes, they become infiltrated and actually pretty good against vehicles. So we have a pretty Harlequins and Tyranids have a lot in common. My starting unit becomes anti-vehicle. His starting unit can become anti-vehicle. So there's a lot of similarities going on. I'm still capping the map, so nothing too crazy right now. And here I go for the Brood Hide, which is, I end up buying one of everything. So here I go and I buy one of everything. So, yeah, I think the most important Tyranid upgrade is the Broodlord upgrade, if you ask me. The other upgrades are good, but I think the Broodlord upgrade is the best. Here he's got these players, and right now he can kill pretty much everything I have. And I didn't know he could make, I had no idea he could make players this early in the game. So I actually started to rage at this moment, because nothing I had, pretty much nothing I have can kill this. These guys like one-shot everything. So pretty much nothing I have can do anything against these guys. And this is what kiting is. I kited with my Gene Stealers. I kited with my Gene Stealers. So my Gene Stealers was gonna lose that fight against players. But I got enough support to and this is what the Brood Hive is. I can focus in massive cheap squads. Each of these squads are really cheap and are really big, which is really nice for map control. The Brood Hive building is perfect if you want to go for map control. And here I don't chase. Or I do chase? Okay. I was gonna say, I don't chase here, because I don't know what he has. You could have anything over here. Like a turret. But it looks like I'm confident enough to go for it. But he could have a turret here. So, attacking like this might not have been a good idea. So I have Hormagaunts. Hormagaunts are actually a pretty solid close range unit. And I have Termagaunts, which are actually a pretty... They're not that good. Termagaunts are pretty bad long range unit. But it's nice to have support. So I'm using the Hormagaunts to tie up a unit. And I'm using the Termagaunts support. And I'm using the commander. The commander loses most fights, so I'm using the commander to take out infantry. And here I won. I took out 3 squads of my, what is it, 2 squads? Yeah, I think I took out 3 squads with 2 squads. So that was a pretty good fight there. I don't go up further because you could have a bunch of turrets up here, and turrets would destroy my army pretty quick. So I don't go up that hill. And you also could have a commander up here, and the commander would take out all my stuff. So there's a lot of reasons I don't go up this hill. Let's see. It looks like he doesn't have much, but he does have a commander, which I'm scared of. His commander easily beats mine. But yeah, I don't attack in this one. I have most of my I have most of my points capped, so now I can focus on something else besides. I can now use my army to fight with instead of capping my points. And here I decap this, mostly because there's nothing else to do. And I reinforce the squad in case it gets attacked. Which it does, as you can see here, it gets attacked. So I reinforce the squad. And here I decided it'd be pointless to go backwards. In this situation right here, it'd be pointless to go backwards because I have all my points capped. So instead I decided to go forward. Now that the red rings popped up, this unit is useless in combat. But I did buy some teleport units, so I'm going to teleport over here. I am buying money buildings. I'm buying these money buildings as this fight happens. Yeah, this is also kiting. I'm kiting my spine gaunts, hoping to distract him. And I was able to place down this building in front of him. I'm using this building here as a shield in case he has a turret. Because Tyranids don't do well against turrets like at all. I could lose my whole army to one turret. So I'm placing this building down as a shield. And here I place down my teleport units. And at this point, it doesn't really matter if these teleport units win or lose. I'm just it is a very expensive squad. But here I'm distracting him, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to distract him. And here I still have my army down here. So I got my distraction unit. I got my distraction unit up here. And my actual army down here. And here I try to go for his money buildings to slow him down. If I destroy his money buildings while also creating mine, it puts me at a pretty big advantage. I'm hoping this video helps out new players and people struggling with Tyranids. And as you can see, that was a voice crack. As you can see in the last replay, I also made a bunch of mistakes. But I'm hoping what I did helped you out. I'm hoping this gameplay helps you out. He's going level 2. And I did decap a lot of his stuff. So even though I did lose that fight, I was able to decap a lot of his... and here he's going for the counterattack. Do I have any defenses? No, not really. Tyranids, I would say one of their biggest weaknesses is turrets and defense. They really don't have any real defense options. Besides maybe spores. And here's this fight. Without upgrades, Hormagaunts probably lose this fight. And here I'm kiting again. This is where kiting really comes in handy. If my Hormagaunts were over here, they would have been slaughtered in like 2 seconds. But because my Hormagaunts are over here, they can now support me in this. They can scratch these guys. They can scratch these guys at like these corners here. So this is where kiting really comes in handy. If I didn't kite here, I would have definitely lost. I might have lost this whole army. There was actually a pretty good chance I would lose this whole army if I didn't kite right there. I am losing a lot of high value units. So I did win this fight, but I lost a lot of high value units. Sorry for all the repeating myself. I got a dry mouth from talking, and yeah, it's hard to talk for a while. I don't know how to explain it, but I got a dry mouth now. So sorry about all the repeating stuff. Here I'm level 2, going for the Carnifex, the close range one instead of the long range one. And I noticed he put a lot of stuff into his level 1, and I did manage to decap a lot. So here I'm sending in my Carnifex. The Carnifex is a lot better at destroying buildings, the Screamer Killer. So I made a building destroying level 2 unit to check out on him. This is like a scout. I'm using my level 2 unit as a scout. And here it looks like he has infiltrated starting units. Which means I need to get lictors. And now I have a second commander, which is really nice. And now I'm getting influence pretty quick. So I can now get more expensive stuff. My Carnifex goes down pretty quick, so that sucks. I lost my... These Carnifexes are not cheap, and it went down pretty quick. Oh, I do have a spore here. I'm not sure if I use it later. Actually, I'm pretty sure I forget about this spore. But here I'm making more air units, so I can't get hit by the sword. And here's my detectors. So the lictors are detecting. I actually put them in don't attack stance, because I don't want them running in and getting killed. So these lictors here are actually in don't attack stance. And here's another Carnifex. This one's just for distraction. These are expensive units, so I can't spam these. It's hard to spam with Tyranids. I was able to take out that chorus. So, yeah. And here I just attack whatever. If I attack whatever, I knew he would fall back like this. So this is just a distraction unit. And these gargoyles here are 100 points. So if I lose these 100-point units, it wouldn't matter. It looks like he's attacking too. So we're both doing basically the same thing. I sent 2 squads to distract him, and he did the same thing to me. So we both have the same idea. And here he activates some sort of ability. I'm not sure what it does. It might have been the can attack grenade. And here I have my high tyrant in long range stance because I have a lot of close range units. See, if you have your lictors in attack stance, they'll just go in and attack whatever. And a lot of these Harlequins one-shot. So it's actually a better idea to have your lictors in don't attack stance. And pretty soon I have to make anti-vehicle. So you'll see some anti-vehicle here soon. I didn't know if Tyler was going to go for vehicles, but with all the commanders I've seen, you know, he made it that detector commander. So I gotta make some anti-vehicle pretty soon. I upgrade these biovores to anti-vehicle. Here's a really cheap scouting unit, the gargoyles. So here I'm getting the first lictor upgrade. I've been making a lot of lictors in this Harlequin matchup. So getting the lictor upgrade. I am spending influence a lot. So you know, it's good to spend everything you have. And it looks like I'm going for warriors. Warriors are my main anti-vehicle squad. They're also pretty good at close range, but I use them mostly as anti-vehicle. And here I go for this is my level 4 building. So I'm going level 4. And I decided to build this level 4 building here to you know, this is really a map thing. I decided to build it here to slow down this army. This basically forces him to take this other side. So I got my army. I got my main army on this left side. I got this building here on the right side. So that's me trying to take advantage of the map. And here he's got a little bit of everything. He also has detected units. And he's going level 3. So he's going level 3 and I'm going and I'm already level 3. I've been level 3 for a while. Oh, and if you're wondering, I usually don't make rippers. If you're wondering, I usually don't make rippers. Because they're usually not worth it. Rippers are expensive, and they're just not worth it. Here he tries to take out my biovores. Very expensive units, very important units, and I think he actually does manage to take out my biovores. Yeah, he does. So I gotta buy a new squad. It's really important for me to have biovores, so I gotta go and replace that. And it looks like his Wraith Walker got stuck. And here I'm shooting it with my gargoyles. And here it looks like he outranges my biovores. So I have to buy those again. Biovores are a very expensive unit, so I do have to replace those. And now I have anti-vehicle warriors. They're my level 3 unit. And here's his detector. So if I take out his detector, that puts me in a really good position. And now I have a bunch of melee units, and I have a detector here. now I have the... Looks like I got the third gaunt upgrade. So my gaunts have 3 upgrades now. So this squad of Harlequins, 69 to 100 damage, 2600 health. So they're a little bit stronger than they used to be. And the Brood Lord has some upgrades. So he now has 2700 health and 92 damage. So his stats went up quite a bit. So I'm attacking this right side of the map and defending this left side of the map, which is how I try to gain control. I'm trying to control the map, doing that. This using this unit placement. And Gene Stealers with like 3 upgrades. I think Gene Stealers have 6 or 7 upgrades. These Gene Stealers with 3 upgrades was enough to be a big threat to him. And here I got the level 3 warriors. I usually don't get the warrior upgrades because the warrior upgrades are really expensive, and warriors are really expensive. So I usually don't get the warrior upgrades. And here, even without a detector, I was able to take out these buildings. These Gene Stealers are upgraded with armor piercing, so I can take these buildings out pretty quick. And I think this is 3 or 4 squads. I think this is 3 squads of Gene Stealers. And here I moved my army up. So I'm moving this right side forward. And now that I've taken out his buildings, I can really slow him down. I got my Biovores upgraded. The Biovore upgrade makes it so you can get more squad. And now he doesn't have any detectors. And now I can move my army up. I got my Biovores, upgraded Biovores forward. And here, as you can see from the timer, this is where I win. So lictors for detection, high tyrant for the morale and tankiness, Biovores for the long range anti-vehicle, warriors also anti-vehicle, Gene Stealer as anti-vehicle and attacking unit. I usually attack first with Gene Stealers. I usually send them out first, and then my other units. Gargoyles to take out his close range units. And this buying Termagants as a long range unit. So this is just this right side here is just a wall of shooting. This right side here is just all shooting, and this side here is a combination of shooting and punching. So yeah, I didn't make any Raptors. I did forget about this Spore, which I knew I would. I did end up buying more barracks in order to upgrade my population. I do have these Biovores on this top of this hill here to make it harder for him to go up this hill. He does have fleet of foot, so he can probably just outrun the Biovores. Level 3 unit coming his way, and my level 4 unit is almost out. And I didn't buy One Eye. I didn't buy old One Eye because he's pretty expensive. He's like 400 points. But I could have made old One Eye in this match. And yeah, I think that's the end of it. I might actually I might actually redo this video because I repeated myself a lot. So we'll see if I repeat this video or not. And yeah, this is me recording late at night, and yeah, I might just redo this video. I repeated myself a lot. So anyways, hopefully you learned a thing or two from the gameplay. Let me know if this video is alright. If not, I'll try again. Yeah, maybe I'll just go ahead and try again. But yeah. Anyways, I think that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That was me against Tyler. And yeah, I'm not sure if Tyler played Harlequins right. I couldn't tell you, but I do know it was a hard match. It was a very, very hard match for me. So he put up a good fight. Anyways, I think that's it. This is the end screen here, and yeah. Who knows? I might try again on this one, cause I don't know. Anyways, I'm just gonna end it. I've been talking for too long. Bye.